Yes, we can.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So data science, right? Most of the people who wants to like switch to data science or who talk about data science, they mention like data science is a technology, which is not correct. Data science actually it is a field, because it is a field which will contain a set of processes and systems. Systems means here we can talk about like tools here again, like what are the softwares and what processes, like what kind of process you have to follow, and this will help you to extract a meaningful information, like I can say like some knowledge from the data which is in various forms. My data can be in any form nowadays. It can be a database table, or it can be an Excel file, or it can be from a like semi-structured data, which we can take like XML file, or sometimes the data may be even unstructured, even image or video or a document, voice, everything is a data nowadays. Image also people consider as a data nowadays, which will fall under unstructured data. So as a data scientist, when you are working in any data science project, you should be able to analyze any kind of data, any form, and from that data you should extract some meaningful information that is required for my business growth. Every company will have so much amount of data and they don't know how to utilize it. So data scientists will help to analyze the company's like enterprise level data, and they will try to extract some meaningful insights and share that insights to the management to increase their revenue. The main objective of the data scientist is to increase the revenue by leveraging his skills with machine learning, data science, and predictive modeling, and then they need to increase the revenue of the company. And data mining, statistics, and predictive modeling or analytics, which will be utilized to implement the data science projects in every company. And coming to like data science motivation, right? You may ask like why people are using data science. What is the motivation for data science? The motivation for data science is the data volume growth. Because data volume growth was one of the main reason, because most of the companies, like you can see like how the data is getting like generated. You can see all these devices will generate data, right? All these are data devices, and whatever the data these will generate, that will be collected by some of the data collectors. The data may come from government sector, medical sector, internet. It may come from like social media. Some data may come from banks, financial institutions. Some data may come from retail companies. Most of the data comes nowadays from mobile phones. So all this data, which is like collected by the company, and they will centralize at one place, and they will go and aggregate that data. Finally, they will sell the data to the companies like media companies, banks, credit bureaus, and we'll go and see like financial institutions, telecom companies. These people will buy that data. So the data will be collected by some companies who will deal with this data, like Nelson, for example, Morningstar, and also like World Check. These companies' business is to collect the data and aggregate them and sell that data to the buyers. So what these people will do, they will buy this data and they will try to use that data and they implement data science applications. Every telecom company like Airtel, they will buy the customer data. Every bank will buy the customer data. Correct, right? That is why how you will receive a credit card calls or loan calls, because how do they'll have your number, so they'll buy your data from some other data companies, and they will use that data and they will try to reach out the people, and they will try to offer the loans and credit cards. So the data science have been started after we got the data growth has been increased and data variety is also increased. What is meant by data growth? In the sense, if you go to the existing analytical scenario, and if you see the existing architecture was before data science or big data was there, the data was coming from the enterprise data warehouse. How many people know what is a enterprise data warehouse? Anybody? Anybody know what is the enterprise data warehouse? It is just like a database which will store the historical data. A data warehouse is a place which is also a database that will hold historical data, and we need to go and leverage this data, and you need to generate some dashboards or reports. Sometimes this data will be utilized by getting utilized by the data science team also. That is what how the data science or analytical architecture was before big data came into picture. The sources were only either Excel files or databases. There was no any unstructured data. I am talking about a time period of like in early 90s. I'm talking about the data volume also was very not that much bigger, and the data has been the most of the data has been generated, the big data which we can call, because of the medical diagnostic images, scanning reports. If you go to any hospitals nowadays, they will go and scan your reports, right? Yes or no? They use digital images, scanning reports. So every image will consume some data, and they will also generate some videos. So they will go and track the scanning reports even in videos also. So this is one of the main reason for the drivers of big data. And photos, and if you go and see most of the photos and videos people upload through social media, right? Like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, WhatsApp, YouTube, all this became the sources of the data, and that too the increase in the data growth. Every video will consume some in GBs, right? Assume that every day 1,000 videos or more than 10,000 videos will be uploaded. What will be the data value? And these are all fall under unstructured data only. And video surveillance companies, if you go to like see any criminal department, they will be monitoring the videos to find out the suspicious people, and they will tag suspicious people. How they are doing? They need to store somewhere the videos, right? And they need to go and monitor the videos. So every video will be very huge. And mobile devices is also one of the reason, right? So where everybody will have a mobile nowadays. Everybody will go and they will have so many apps in their mobile, and they will generate the data, text messages, phone calls, recordings, applications. So this is also one reason. And smart electric meters in UK, you can observe there will be smart electric meters which will generate some data. Whenever your consumption will reach a threshold, they will send a message automatically. And GPS tracking devices, credit card readers, these are also some of the data drivers. All these became the data drivers, and you need to know how to analyze this data, which is even big data. That is where we need to jump into data science. If you see the drivers of big data also in early 90s, if you remember, maybe you people are like some people may not even born in 90s, right? So I saw all this journey of the data. In 90s, we used only Oracle database, RDBMS sources. The data was only structured data, either tables or text files. And if you come and see, data was also in terabytes only. When you come and see in 2000s, we got MS Office, we got like PDFs, and digital asset management became one of the reasons for the data growth. Our data has been like people started measuring it in petabytes. And then slowly, if you see in 2010 onwards, we got so many social media applications like YouTube, Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, Twitter, Wikipedia. Many companies, they started generating huge amount of data, and people start experiencing the exabytes of data too. Now after 2024 and all, you will be moved to further level, petabytes. This is going beyond. and how to manage this data, how to analyze this data. So we need to understand about the data structured and the data format also. As a data scientist, I should be able to analyze any kind of these 4 types. Structured data. So structured data means you will see like all the data which is in the traditional RDBMS databases or CSV files or Excel spreadsheets, all will be structured because the data will be in the form of rows and columns. Correct, right? Even if you go and see an Excel sheet, how it spreadsheet will be looks like a rows in the form of rows and columns, right? So this is called as predefined structure. So as a data scientist, I should be able to analyze even if the data is in a structured format, and we also have semi-structured data. Semi-structured data means we have like new file formats came into picture after big data came into the market, like XML, JSON, Parquet, and these are the different new file types where you store in the form of the XML tags with XML file, and you should be able to even analyze even the data is a semi-structured as well. And we also have quasi-structured. So quasi-structured data is a little bit interesting data. When you go and see most of the e-commerce companies, not only e-commerce, every company in their website, they will try to track each and every person who visited their website. Even Amazon will track what are your actions in Amazon website when you logged into the website. So you will go and visit some pages, you will visit some products, you will select some products, and you will go to like the cart, and you may skip the payment. So you will experience many things. And all these activities will be tracked in a log file called quasi-structured data, text file. How many people experience recommendations in Amazon here when you buy any product? How many times you got some recommendations? Anybody? When you start buying any product in Amazon, how many times you got a recommendation? Why can't you buy these products together like that? Anybody encountered that? Experienced that? Amar or Prashanti? How many times you experienced? How many times you experienced that? Every time, right? Are you guys there?
Yes, it's many times.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll experience, right? Every time when I buy any product, you will get a recommendation.
Yes.
Exactly. Yeah.
So how we will get it? The reason behind that is they will track your actions, each and every action in their website, and they will create a quasi-structured file called clickstream data. And based on your actions, they will try to see which products you visited and which categories you visited, how many times you visited, and what are which products you added to the cart and but did not perform any payment. So they will track everything. And assume I bought a laptop, so immediately they will go and find out who bought laptops and what other people bought along with laptop. So maybe some other person bought a laptop with warranty, so they will go and recommend you warranty. So they'll find out who are the like similar customers with the same purchase behavior, and they will go and find out them, and whatever they bought, they will recommend those products to you. That is how quasi-structured data will be utilized. And finally, unstructured data, where your data will be in the form of videos, documents, PDFs, images. All these will fall under unstructured data. There is no predefined structure for image or video. So as a data scientist, I should be able to extract an image from a video also for my analysis. I may sometimes go and do the image recognition. Example, face recognition in our mobile. How my mobile is remembering my face. Correct, right? Do you agree, everyone? Our mobile, when you do any face recognition, it will remember, right? How it is remembering that. And when you come back again, how it is identifying your face in the image. That is how unstructured data will come into picture. You should be able to assume you got a requirement to build a image recognition system. Then you should definitely need to understand about how to perform the image recognition algorithms, which will fall under a bit on deep learning side. And apart from that, normally people think like business intelligence and data science both are same, which is also not correct. A business intelligence is nothing but generating the dashboards, and a business intelligence developer will work on how to go and prepare the dashboards on the historical data. This is called as business intelligence. But data science is like, and even the business intelligence can only answer what was happened in the past. What were the sales of my company last year? I can only get that answer. If I go to data science side, I will get answers like what should I do and what action to be taken and what is the best possible like best possible sales for my company next month. I'm predicting that the future. And this analytics also divided into 3 types. Like first one is descriptive analytics, where it will explain us on what has happened in the past. We will use the data aggregation and data mining methods, and we will try to answer what has happened in the past. This is called descriptive analytics. Example, dashboards, which we develop. And we also have predictive analytics. Here we will use some statistical ML models and forecast techniques, and we'll try to understand the future and answer what could happen. So the previous one, what has happened in the past and what could happen in the future. We are predicting in advance. This is called as predictive analytics. Example, I can give like, assume you have a manufacturing plant and you are trying to predict which machines will go down. So what happens if my machine will go down in a manufacturing plant? Everyone, what will be the impact of a machine will went down in a manufacturing plant? 1 or 2 machines. Your production will be delayed, right? And delivery also will be delayed, and your product will go out of stock in the supermarket, right? Do you guys agree? Everyone?
Yes, sir.
So that is called, we are predicting in the which missions will go down in advance. That is called predictive analytics, predicting something. I will go and find out which missions will go down in advance, 1 week in advance, and I'll try to replace the defected products accordingly, so that there will be no downtime at all. And that is called predictive analytics. We also have one more type called prescriptive. This prescriptive analytics is nothing but where you will also answer what should we do. So okay, I found that these missions will go down. If I go with predictive analytics, I need to manually reach out the vendor to come and replace the defected products. If I go with prescriptive, right, even we can notify the vendors to come and replace the defected products automatically, and what action to be taken after I predicted something. That is how major deep learning algorithms will help us. So prescriptive analytics is very advanced analytics now in the market, where like it is not easy to even implement because it requires more mathematical specific knowledge, and you should be very strong in the deep learning algorithms. And what tools we need to use to implement data science? We have different tools available in the market, like Python is one programming language and R another programming language. But if I ask for which is famous, Python is famous. R was people using in very early stages of data science. And Python slowly picked up and it overtook R. Now most of the companies, 98% are using Python only. And this is for a single ML model implementation. What if I want to go and distribute my ML model with multiple machines? And that there I will go with the big data technologies. Like, I don't want to discuss more about this distributed. I want to discuss only the ML platforms. Then we use Python for this. And even as a data scientist, I should understand and know about what is data mining, because as a data scientist, 80% of your job, you will work majorly on data preparation. 20% only you will develop the ML model and you will predict. So data mining here is the process of analyzing the data which is in different perspectives and summarize it to the meaningful information. And after this information or insight will be available, the management will look into it and they will take an appropriate decision to increase the revenue and cut the cost, or sometimes both. So data mining softwares like Python is one of the like pack software that will go and help us to implement the data science projects. So here data mining software means Python we can consider. So you will go and use that and you will implement the data mining techniques. And what is machine learning? Machine learning is also one type of artificial intelligence which will provide the computers to think on their own and learn without being explicitly programmed. And majorly machine learning will focus on the development of the computer programs where they can teach themselves to grow and change whenever there is a new data exposed. So I may predict a particular mission will go down, and I may have replaced the defective product. And how can we achieve all this? By implementing a ML model here. My model has to take the input and then it should go and predict the future. Okay. And what domains data science is getting utilized? There are many different domains available in the market. Healthcare is one domain where data science is extensively people are using, like medical fraud in healthcare. Some people may claim medical specifically like the medical fraud is very, very common. And survival analysis. What is the patient survival analysis? And medical resource allocation, how to optimally allocate the resources of the maybe for example for a hospital. And the physician and patient attrition. So most of the patients will try one hospital. If they don't like it, they'll go to another hospital. So that is called attrition, right? So you should identify what is the reason that particular patient is not interested in our services, and what is the reason for that. That is how healthcare is extensively using data science. And coming to consumer financial, credit card fraud. Assume that you lost your credit card, someone is swiping it. Will you accept it? If someone will swipe your credit card without your permission? No, right? Assume someone stolen your credit card and they are trying to swipe it. But if you go and predict that the transaction which they are doing with your credit card as suspicious or mark it and block it, you can prevent the credit card fraud, right? Everyone? Yes or no? If I predict
Yes.
the transaction which is which was performing by my credit card which was using by someone else, so we can block that. But you should able to capture that data. That is how data science is getting utilized in the consumer financial and construction side. People are using data science for analyze the contract performance and design issue predictions. And travel side, companies are using like for optimally select the aircraft and schedule them, and seat and gate management. These are all main domains where travel domains where data science is getting utilized. And retail is another domain where data science is one of the extensively used domain, like inventory optimization. What inventory is required for my products? What is the optimal inventory level? And what is the best location to open a new store? And market basket analysis. How many times you experienced and you may went to buy one product and you end up with full of basket in a supermarket. How many times you experienced that?
Many times.
Many times, right? We do. It's a human nature, right? When you go to supermarket and they will keep some products together there. So and they will keep some discount. Immediately, as a human being, you will go and pick up that and will put in a basket. Even that is not required, I'll buy it. Correct, right? Buy one, get one free. Example. Buy two, get one free. So people will be attracted. And so how they are doing that? They know they will use a algorithm called market basket analysis to analyze the customer basket. They will track the old transactions and see which products each and every customer bought together. And they will try to create some rules, maybe example, milk, bread, and eggs. And just one babies, people will buy diapers and wet wipes. And bachelors, they will buy like beer chips and some other snacks. So this combination they will create. And according to the combination, the products will be placed where the customers will be morely they will go and visit in the inside the supermarket. So that is how retail is getting utilized data science. And I worked for a Walmart project. So basically that is like I was using like to predict the out of stock of PNG products in Walmart stores. So there I was using like my requirement is to predict the out of stock. So I developed an ML model to predict it. On the manufacturing side, as I mentioned, like predicting the downtime of a machine and product quality management and warranty pricing. So if you predict when there will be a warranty for a defective product, I can go and immediately reach out the vendor to come and replace it, so that I will do not have any additional extra money. And that is about like manufacturing and energy utility, smart electric meters and AC, like controlling the AC frequency based on the room temperature, how optimal it is doing. And insurance side, you will see like most of the insurance companies are also using data science to predict the claims, customer claims. And price sensitivity, which is the best price so that my customer will buy the insurance premium. And tracking the agent and branch performance. And coming to logistics side, route optimization, which is the best route to reach out from source to target. And demand forecasting. These are all fall under logistics. And the life sciences is one of the domain which data science is getting utilized for a while. And where they use for drug discovery analysis. And they go and build ML models. You can build ML models to predict the drug demand. These are all only few. If you go to like real estate, you will have requirements for house price prediction. You go to banking side, you will get like loan defaulter prediction. So like that, every domain is using data science nowadays. And you need to understand about which domain you are going to work on. Okay, as I mentioned, the tools for data science is Python is one of the common programming language. And if your data volume is very high, then you can jump into Hadoop, and you also have PySpark, which you can use along with Python. And we can go and use these tools to build your data science projects. So you can ask any questions, just give me and let me share what course curriculum we are going to cover. So as part of this training, we are going to cover all these topics which you can see. We're going to cover like data science introduction and artificial intelligence introduction, and followed by we are going to cover like Python programming, which is very important. So Python is one of the common programming language for data science, and it can be utilized for other data engineering operations also. And we'll discuss about Python programming, like we also will discuss about advanced Python, not only like basic level of Python, and we'll also discuss about SQL part on the databases, which is mandatory. And statistics also will discuss bit like what are the fundamentals of statistics, like data types, variables, and histograms. We'll try to discuss about all the measures of central tendency and measures of dispersion as well, like mean, median, mode, and also range, variance, and standard deviation, which are very, very important for a data scientist. And apart from that, we also will discuss about like as I mentioned, advanced Python like NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, Seaborn, and this is one of the step in data science projects like EDA, exploratory data analysis, and how to perform that EDA will learn throughout this particular Matplotlib and Seaborn packages. And once that is completed, we'll jump into like machine learning, which is very, very important for data scientist. How a data scientist will be differentiated is machine learning. And machine learning is nothing but how to go and use machine learning for predicting the future. And we'll try to see some of the algorithms like in machine learning side. And apart from that, we also will learn about a bit on Power BI as well, and how to connect the data, how to connect Power BI with the other databases, and we'll see them. And apart from that, we also will discuss about Azure Data Lake Storage and Azure Databricks, which are like the storage and data engineering specific applications, which we need to go and understand, and how to go and implement this particular data science operations using like Databricks and data lake storage. We'll discuss about that. And there are many different operations: reading the CSV file, and reading the data in JSON format, and reading the data in Parquet format. We have different options available. So will try to learn all this as part of, and we will go and learn about Python and the Jupyter Lab and Power BI and Pandas, NumPy, and Seaborn, and Matplotlib also. So most of the things which we are going to discuss here is like which are very, very important, and we need not go and learn everything. Correct, right? We should know what is needed for your work. So we are going to learn what is required for your data science project with respect to all these modules, and we'll try to see some hands-on, and we also provide some assignments which you need to work and come back. And this is about the data science, specifically the data science introduction, and this is the course curriculum, and any specific thing related to payment, like fee, and like access to any of the tools and all, please reach out Mamata. Mamata is the right person, or there is one more lady called Swapna. They will guide you on the administration part. I'm only, I can help you on the training side, technical side. And if you have any questions, you can ask now. Any questions from anyone? You can ask. If it is generic question, you can ask me. Any questions?